they're having a clean match, okay? Good luck and God bless you.
2012 is a fighter who comes from the same general area and the same gym scene. For a brief period of time was Vetyeka's trainer, but Vetyeka has now
doesn't know if it's going to be a jab or if it's going to be a hook, and he's keeping
dodging the brush with difficulty that could come from an accident.
I feel, but there are boxing cultures, different cultures around the world.
No.
Here, he's definitely the best of the best that they had to offer.
A little more.
And he's not making it easy for Donaire right here.
Power, counter-punching, hard left hooks, as we've seen from him in recent years, but movement.
Even though Donaire's moving up, you can see Vetyeka sees he can punch. And Donaire's not sleeping on Vetyeka's power either.
After the fourth round, if the fight were to be stopped anytime during these first 4 rounds.
But more powerful punches, so he's actually just set so that when he counters, he can, right there, Max, you see him set the move back.
That the bout go to the end of the 4th round, and the bell has to ring to end.
To what exactly it was that deposited Vetyeka on the canvas, and why it was not ruled a knock.
Hurt Donaire's eye, and somehow Donaire was allowed a break in the action as a result.
Blood beginning to flow from the cut above the left eye to get a cut. Corner at the end of the round, it'll be up to Mike Bizel to do what he can to try to stop that. Highly unusual. Or so it appears. Steve Weisfeld underlined it would be a no contest if the fight were stopped. After the end of 4th round, we go to the judges' scorecards. And there's a good left hook for Donaire. Sneaks in another one. Lands a right hand over the top of Simpiwe Vetyeka's left hand.
Turn up the power when he wants to, and there's, you know, if it lands, the other guy's going to feel it. If not, you know.
Meanwhile, Vetyeka landed a right hand over the top. Now Donaire is backing Vetyeka up, going again to the body with the left hand, and the right cross up.
That's trying to get Vetyeka out of here. Oh, good right by Vetyeka.
But so far this time, and maybe he had the flu last time, and maybe he wasn't ready for Rigondeaux, but he's not the dominate every round and knock the guy out fighter that we saw.
Is this a new way of fighting for Nonito Donaire after the training camp with his father?
Back with a left hook like that, it's easy to see how he could fall in love with it. Still, he's a seek and destroy guy here. Look at this.
His right glove to keep from losing his balance.
Max, this is Sugar Ray Leonard now. It all depends on which Sugar Ray Leonard you're talking about.
This is the Sugar Ray Leonard going after. Although, yes, a guy with speed and power, but also a guy to... That's not this Donaire. This is the heavy-handed, explosive punching Donaire in a real tough fight.
And that's what got him ultimately the victory in that fight. So maybe this time he's just saying...
Of the screen. The official scoring becomes significant after the end of this round.
On his power, looking to load up on it, as you both point out, with both hands in this fight.
And Vetyeka's getting a chance to counter against him and landing solid stuff. And down goes Vetyeka on a...
Never been hit with a left hook with that kind of authority on it.
A minute and a half to go in the 4th round. Donaire trying to...
Donaire here is a bigger, stronger. I think sometimes it turns out to be the most action-packed portions of their careers. And this is action-packed right now.
That was a good left uppercut by Vetyeka.
First 3 rounds seemed relatively close, give and take. But now, Donaire has set himself up for a 2-point round in the 4th. But he almost had the second knockdown of the round.
Donaire blinking and Vetyeka pursuing.
Vetyeka lands a right uppercut to punctures
of the 5th round. But even though I certainly dislike even rounds, the judges have to score the 5th round 10-10. But there's no question in my mind that the 10-8 4th round for Donaire put him over the top.
So if the fight is going to be stopped here, Steve,
new